It's Sunday, October 24th, 2021. I just got back. So naturally, this is what one does, is they record themselves talking to themselves with a candlelight. Literally, it's a light that replicates it being a candle, but it's not. There's no open flame, so there's no ignition source. It's just electric, of course, but it looks like this. So anyway, I like it. It's good ambiance, and here I am explaining it like it matters too much. But I am now reminded of a Kids in the Hall sketch, recurring sketch with Sir Simon Milligan and I don't know, and his loyal henchman. I forget. The Pit of Ultimate Despair, or Ultimate Evil, I think. But it was, it's a comedy sketch show from Canada, Kids in the Hall, and I grew up with it basically on Comedy Central. Still like it. Still good comedy, even though it's been, they stopped making episodes probably back in the 1990s, so just over a quarter century ago. But let's see, it was Kevin McDonald and David Foley were in that particular sketch with the Den of Ultimate Evil, I think. And then, of course, the rest of the troupe was filled out by Scott Thompson, Bruce McCullough, and Kevin McDonald, I believe. And yeah, and they did all the five of them. They did all the parts themselves, male and female, and so they, yeah, it was a good show. But anyway, the Den of Pit of Ultimate Evil, it was just a funny bit that they did every so often. It was really bad. It represented it was like a mock of what some other shows were doing at the time or something. I'm not sure, but it was corny. It was clever. It was funny. So anyway, I remind myself of kind of making fun of things like that, gently, But anyway, it's fun. Anyway, trying not to take myself too seriously in a world where I am compelled to take things seriously and I don't even remember, and I find myself taking things way too personally too, not just seriously, but personally. It's like, oh my gosh, I get offended, and when things aren't even about me or directed to me, but I still take them personally, and I get offended, and and I don't even realize it. And then eventually I forget what I'm upset about or angry about, and then I try to put it together, and then it's like, why? And sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, or the times that I can, I guess I've gotten over it, or it doesn't bother me anymore, or something. Everything's shifted. The alignment has changed. I don't know. But I guess overall the global sentiment is still the same. I still sit here and I still talk to myself. I still have feelings. They are still wondering and curious when I probably shouldn't be. I kind of believe that I've been invited to not pursue, to not be interested. But that, without being told directly, I can make up all sorts of things. It's like, well, maybe or if, or in this universe, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's not good for me. It's not good for anybody. But there I go, doing it anyway. It's like all the things that I don't think I should be able to do, I go ahead and do them because, it's like, and then I find out later, oh, I wasn't supposed to. Oh, well, I already did. Dang it. And a lot of the things about, getting to know people or trying to get to know people, is I don't know the rules. People make assumptions that I understand what I'm doing. I understand the impact and um, context and consequence of the things that I really don't. It might appear that I have the emotional intelligence, that it sounds like I know what I'm doing and how other people feel and think, and but I don't. I'm just doing and saying based on what I think and what I guess, and a lot of it is drawn from the entertainment industry, sadly. So movies and TV and books, and I don't have personal experience with it, but I have a whole database of like, well, and I don't even know where I'm, I don't, it's just part of my collective. And so that's where I'm drawing a lot of and so it's a lot of bad writing. So how things play out in real life, I don't know. So it's like, I don't mean, this is where it's like, I don't mean any harm, but I understand where I can cause harm without realizing. And that's where people go away. That's where that's the, I don't know, the third or fourth layer of getting to know. It's one of the ones where, oh, well, he's a monster. And then people leave. And they don't stick around for the, what comes after. Yeah, well, yes, I am a monster, obviously. But if you stick around long enough, get to the other side of that. And, well, it's my normal. And I literally try to downplay and keep myself under control from letting my emotions get the better of me and then taking it out on other people without even realizing. Because I will just say things and it's like, I don't know. Like right now, this is all calm and polite and cordial, very civil. But, and I'm actually almost always like this, I think. But I don't know, I guess my writing, I don't know how that looks or reads from somebody else's perspective, as I am nobody else. But I do have different shades of myself, different modes and moods, and how those read, I cannot say. They might read really, really sad or really, really angry. It depends on the reader. And if I'm not the one, I would need to read it myself to give it the inflections and character and personality that I want to convey. But I never do that. Maybe I should do that. But of course I don't have an audience, so it's like, why would I do it? It's like, but it is something to consider, an interesting thought. Like whenever I'm have written a piece that I really like some of the more recent ones. Damn, who wrote that? Oh, right. And then I could read it here, and it's like, that way it's got something behind it. so it can stand up on its own instead of, I don't like to, say that other people aren't, they can't read my writing. They'll read it incorrectly. I can't, well, maybe that's how it is for a lot of people when a lot of writers, when they find out what other people thought of their characters, and it's like, no, I didn't mean the character to be like that. You read it wrong. The character's actually like this. You just interpreted, it's like, no, people, if it's the job of the writer to, if they're not happy with how people, well, they didn't write it well enough or something, I don't know. So it's like, it's my own fault if people are interpreting things differently than how I want them or something like that. I'm not a writer. I'm also not an artist or a poet or a lyricist. I am an idiot, though. And I was thinking about that, the Police song, King of Pain, recently. I listened to it a couple times today. And I was like, no, I'm not really a king of pain. Not that I ever really thought myself. It's a nice sentiment or allegory or metaphor or something. It's artistic. Anyway, and I'm not even the king of fools either. I maybe used to have would have thought that king of fools. No, I am a king of idiots. I've demoted myself, denounced myself to from fooldom to idiocracy, idiot term. I don't know. Yeah, because I just continually I don't understand things to such a degree that it's humorous. And the timing at which I don't understand things, it's just meant to be that I just don't understand. And then I get so focused and tunnel visioned, and then everything else is going by, and I just don't notice because I'm focused on one thing. And so anyway, and then getting me to stop is, well, my other thought was, I don't know, maybe I already said it here in another video, but at least they didn't have to fake their own death. That's something. Because that thought was starting to cross my mind. Like, if I ever wanted to disappear, which I keep thinking about doing, by the way, for reference, that I might need to fake my own death. But the thing is, for me at least, no one would really kick up a fuss, and no one would even look for me. I would just be gone, and people would just figure, well, who knows what they'd figure. Because I don't really get to know people very well, and I don't, yeah, I've disappeared before, and just, yeah. So, when I show up somewhere else, yeah. But this time it would be different, because wherever I show up the next time, I'll have this whole, it won't be accidental, like I wound up here in Indiana. This was not planned. It's just, whenever I'm feeling bad about myself, which is a lot of the time, feeling sorry for myself, wallowing in self-pity and self-remorse and all that stuff that I do. It's a routine. I think I need to remember, which I don't, but I did today, which is rare, that just the fact that I'm doing anything, just walking, talking, let alone jogging still, or running, I'm coherent and narrating, exercising demons and exercising, it all. That's something. That's like, because I still, for the life of me, that's like, I shouldn't even be here. I was just so done. I still think it was a mistake. I disagree, but I've accepted it after the fact. And since I'm already here, I might as well just keep going. And, to the lasting chagrin of some, not all, of those that I run across or have the fortune or misfortune to cross my path and get my attention. At first I seemed kind of interesting and nice. I think I am. Might not be. But then, I don't know. So that's when I start to practice letting go. It's like, all right, well, I'm not nearly as interesting as what I give myself credit. I'm not nearly as important as how I would like to think of myself. I do not matter nearly as much as I would like. And that's okay. That's the thing. That is okay. Because I do the same thing. It's not one way. It's like there are other people around me that, for all I know, because I don't, maybe they would like to be more important to me than they actually are. Well, there are a couple that I'm pretty sure used to would have, but I've been away and just no attention for the longest time. So it's like, well, that's what's happening to me. It's like that whole, just no attention. And I will go away eventually, which is true. That's my advice, which I'm a proponent of. It's like giving advice on how to deal with me. Like this is giving advice on how to deal with me. Just don't get involved. Stay away. Don't say anything. Stay quiet. Don't give attention, good or bad. Don't try to help me. That will just end badly. So, yes. And I'll be okay. It's like I am okay with my how it is, how things are. I mean, I think I'd like for things to change, but then then I get a little bit nervous, and it's like, I don't know. So I approach things, and it's like, see where things are going, and then it's like, oh wait, it's like, I don't know. So I'm interested. I'm curious. I would like to know more, but I need to, I like a lot of feedback and information. And, I don't know. Communication and conversation. And looking for that collaboration. And of course there will be. And as far as I'm aware, I believe I am, until I'm put to the test, which I don't think I've been tested yet. I'd like to see how real I am, how far I'd actually be willing to go. It's like call my bluff sort of thing. What concessions and compromises I'd actually be willing to make. Or am I just full of hot air? Just all bluster and who knows? This is all, and all of this is completely unscripted and unrehearsed and improvised. So like there's no anything for me to look at. This is just all my thoughts as they tumble out and things I'm thinking of recently. And a lot of these thoughts may never reach ears where they actually make sense, or have any relevance or insight or importance. Who knows? That's part of the fun, I guess, is that, yeah, maybe somebody someday might actually get something out of this. Or it's just the insane ramblings of some guy talking, and I don't have any lead-in or narrative or explanation of what this is or a description of the content that's within. So it's just like, good luck. I don't know why anybody would watch this. Maybe to, who knows, fall asleep to, because that's what I do. I fall asleep to other people's videos. I just like the tone of their voice and how they speak, and it's comforting. I like it. So I guess right now I'm listening to Tony Walker, who reads classic ghost stories, and he has a good voice. Highly recommended. Tony Walker. It's like classic ghost stories or something. So I forget, I think he lives in the United Kingdom somewhere. But anyway, I guess I should go. I'm going to go get some food. And 1 week till Halloween. And of course, in between now and then, I will be doing more of these, and I might take a walk and do a photo shoot, maybe take some videos of the local scenery, and today I was going to go for a run after work, but it's kind of cold and rainy, and I did a 33, 33, 33 4 days ago, and then 2 days ago I did a 44, 44, 44. So today I was probably just going to do a 33, 33 and call it good, but the rain and it's cold and it's my knee's still bothering me a little bit, so I'll leave it. So anyway, yeah, this time I'm actually going to go. And I might have to look up that Sir Simon Milligan and the Pit of Ultimate Evil bit from The Kids in the Hall. Because, I mean, it's special. Maybe it's only awesome to me because I grew up with it. But it's it's a good memory. So anyway, now I'm going to go, and I'll have to look at the outro of that bit and then replicate it here, because they do a thing and I can't remember what it is. If I remember, which is highly likely that I won't even remember. But anyway, yes.